There's a lot of confusion, I think, in the public mind between cooperation and collaboration and consensus. And I was wondering what your view of consensus is first.
Well, if consensus aligns with, kind of accommodating others or creating some sort of lesser win, I think consensus is often confused with that. Consensus is great for getting everybody on the boat headed in the right direction. When you have agreement around specific points, and those points pertain to your norms, your procedures, your and your systems, I think it's a very good thing, because you've got to have people all on the bus headed in the right direction. Now, if you have one person that says, I'm going to go along with this, but I'm telling you right now that I don't think it's a good idea, but they're still allowed to say that, then they can join that consensus with that qualifier. But I'll tell you this, there's something pretty neat in the news right now, and that's the Obama stimulus package for small businesses and startups. And I think that with this new policy and the lending for startups, now is the time for entrepreneurs with great ideas, partners that are coming together to launch a new enterprise, for business development teams who now can get the money to get their business going. It's absolutely critical that they determine how they want to be as a company and their culture from the get-go, because this is a great opportunity to launch new businesses in an economy that dearly needs them.
Does it function like the Small Business Administration? Is it more of the same of that, or is it a whole other thing?
I'm not sure. I know that the money will be coming through banks, and I'm sure that there will be strong qualifiers, and it could be the Small Business Administration. But now is the time for people who are going after this money to stop just a moment and ask themselves, do we have our culture, this company that we want to create, well defined? Because if they don't, then they will waffle like so many companies do that have a good product, but it could truly be a great company.
I'm looking online at your Tigers Team Wheel game. I love that. Talk about it.
Well, it was interesting. I was invited to speak to the National Institute of Ethics on these Tigers concepts. All the people that were coming to this were, highly educated PhDs in departments and universities of major companies, very well-educated people. And I thought, they're pretty used to listening to a talking head, but they're not going to get this, and I only have an hour to make an impact in these people's lives. So I created this simulation called the Tigers Team Wheel game, which essentially teaches through 6 of the 7 learning modes. So, it is a very powerful simulation that teaches these the people who are playing the game what behaviors support the values and what behaviors don't. And in the process of playing this game, a certain morality or ethic surfaces in the group to be its best.
I love it.
And I use this. I use this in mergers because, again, if you're dissolving one company into another, you're going to end up with problems. And we see a lot of firing of duplicate positions, et cetera, which Jim Sinegal with Price Costco never did. But what you see is an organization really defining how they want to be, what builds trust for them, how interdependence is going to show up, where genuineness is most valuable, and how to nurture it, what empathy means, and how genuineness and empathy really have to go together, what risk means, and what systems need to be in place so that risk is appropriate, and then what success means. And from my definition of success, not only is it an organization doing well, but the people within that organization have a high level of satisfaction and they like working there.
That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been speaking with, learning from, and listening to Dianne Crampton, the author of Tigers Among Us, Winning Business Team Cultures and Why They Thrive. If you would like to get a hold of Dianne Crampton, you can contact her at corevalues.com and tigersamongus.com. It's a great pleasure having you on the show. I really thank you for making time out of your busy day. We look forward to having you back, and I'm going to see if Dee Hawk and Betty Sue Flowers and Dianne Crampton can all come together.
I would love that.
It's rainmaking time. Thank you so much.